All right, you guys, this your boy back at y'all with another one. Hey, shouts out to the Lions Den basketball community. Let's go. Let's get right down to business. Smash like and subscribe. Ring the bell whenever I go live. New Aces, what's up? So, in case y'all don't know, some news just came down as Roy Williams stepped down as head coach of University of North Carolina last week. Hubert Davis is going to be the new head basketball coach of the University of North Carolina Tar Heels. Now, he's the first black coach in its 111-year history. They've won 7 national championships. Most of it was under Dean Smith. Roy Williams won 3 as head coach, and Hubert Davis, who's actually won a national championship in North Carolina, I believe. Right? What's up, James? Shamario Patterson was good. Right? Hubert Davis, who is a North Carolina alumni, he's a longtime assistant under Roy Williams since 2012, and he's going to get his shot. He was popular among the players. He's popular among the staff, and the board of trustees has held an emergency meeting to where they're going to approve the recommendation of Hubert Davis becoming the head coach and at the University of North Carolina. Man, I'm happy for this guy, man. You know, for a time, some of our, black folks get a shot, right? So I'm happy to see Hubert Davis after a long time on the sideline. He did some commentary for ESPN. He was an analyst for them for like a few years when they got their college basketball programming off the ground, and now he's going to he left there, went to North Carolina when Roy Williams made his return there. Did like 9 years as an assistant, and now he's finally going to get his shot. So I'm happy for him, man. I really am happy for Hubert Davis, man. I'm gonna put a link in the chat, man. You guys come and tell me what y'all think about this hire of Hubert Davis. Yeah, man, I can't wait. I can't wait to see him go. See what kind of talent will be there too. I'm more anxious to see what talent comes to UNC after this hire, man. You know what I'm saying? What up, James? Always good that you grace us with your presence, man. Salute to you.
Man, salute, my brother. Thank you for cooking on something important. Cause guess what? We need more of this, bruh. Like, just give us a chance. See what we can do. Everybody like Hubert Davis. He got good basketball years under him. He got good knowledge of the game. He played on good playoff teams where he can bring some of these young cats some what he know. Sometimes it's you just need a different coach to come up in there and change the atmosphere. I'm not saying that because he played in my era, but sometimes let the eras grow and pass the tutelage along to some of these young players and stop letting them just learn on their own with coaches that don't really know the game. Like Brad Stevens is a good coach, but let him grow. Don't just throw him to the fire because we did in college and now you're giving them that privilege. Let some of these black minorities, instead of running us to the college level and taking them from the college level, skipping us. This is what I'm talking about. Give us a shot, LB. That's it. That's not hard, dog.
Nope, it's not hard at all. You know, you know. The only thing is, for me, the landscape has changed in college basketball with the way these guys is going to the NBA now. The NBA got its own G League now, so if a talent wants to skip the college process, they can because the NBA got an avenue. Now the NCAA shot themselves in the foot when it comes to that, but
I want to see how he gonna recruit though, because
yeah,
like I said, him going to college, knowing how that game go. I think he'll do a good job, but just don't give up on him after the first 2 years. It takes time to build a program, bruh. You know what I
Yeah, it
mean?
definitely take time to build a program. What's up, J Dog? Yeah, man. Arcadius TX, man. I see you. Appreciate y'all for being up in here today, man. Yeah, man. It definitely take time to build a program. And you see what Jamal Howard doing in Michigan, right?
Yeah,
Patrick Ewing, Patrick Ewing, slowly but surely turning around that Georgetown program. You know what
facts.
I'm saying? So, man, you know, if we can just bring some more black coaches in the NBA now, we can get some more black coaches in the NBA that, you got Mike Woodson going to Indiana, you know, and Mike Woodson, he got credibility in the NBA. He's a former alumni of Indiana, right? So,
Yeah,
hey, that just goes to show you, right? These colleges, these teams, these universities, they bring it back their own as to run their programs, right? They're getting guys that are former alumni to come back home and restore the tradition of their programs. And I love it. I love the fact that you got these homegrown athletes coming home and, trying to reestablish the culture of the program and all that. So, Sterling Young, what you got on Hubert Davis being hired?
I mean, that's a good thing for North Carolina because hiring him, who he's an even more, Eli recruiter. He able to still get recruits that even though most of them wanted Duns were out of reach. They definitely need that recruiter that can get those top guys once again. And he has that Carolina pedigree, the experience, and the knowledge of the culture. So having him will lead, definitely be good and finesse the success to make him that option. So,
All right. Polo, you were next. What you got on this hire?
Well, salute to y'all fellas, man. And as much as I hate UNC with a passion, I love it. You know what I'm saying? I think what's it called? UNC does need a pedigree individual to come in there and, like you said, restore everything. And more importantly, black coaches they're being put more out on the forefront. You're seeing it in college right now. You know what I'm saying? Like I was talking about Jawan Howard. I was talking about Jawan Howard and the excellent job he's doing. I think it's a great thing. We've always been slept on. We've always been slept on, but I think that they're somewhat starting to really recognize that. But congrats to UNC, and I hope he can go ahead and turn it around and continue to lead the charge and carry on.
You Okay, that's what's up. Hey, shout out to Mike Lewis. What's up, T Price, Wilts, TJ Sports, my homie, in the building today. Appreciate y'all for being up in here, man. Luda Rider Sports, what you got on this hire?
Salute LB, salute James, salute Sterling and Polo. Hey man, I did a live stream talking about this a couple of days ago when Warwick Williams retired. I said the best guy for the job is Hubert Davis because he bleeds North Carolina blue from his playing days to being an assistant coach. He knows the in and out about the whole program, and he knows how to get the players in the right positions to make them a winning program. I just hope the North Carolina fan base treat them better than they did when Tubby Smith was the head coach at Kentucky at that time. Because they don't let too many brothers be head coach at blue blood programs like that. And the way the landscape is changing in college basketball with the African American head coach getting these high profile jobs now, it's about time that another African American coach does something to make a program great again because they think we don't know basketball, but we know basketball. We know everything about basketball. But the media and these athletic directors and these board members don't think that. So I believe Hubert Davis is going to do great at North Carolina. Don't do two right now. My little Cardinals still got to win that conference.
All right. Hey, James J 2121, he resident North Carolina Tar Heels fan. So, what you think of the hire, James J?
Guess my Tar Heels got to do the best we can. I thought we gonna get another different coach. They said Kenny Smith, but I said nah. I don't know what they're gonna do. But this is, I guess, this is the best hire. I guess it's the best one right now because I'm a Tar Heels fan. Hubert Davis, he been in the college game for I think what he did 4 years with the Tar Heels. Then he went pro, and then he did his stuff with Roy Williams as an assistant coach. You know what I'm saying? Helped him with national championships. I think the 2017, the most recently. But other than that, man, hopefully Hubert Davis can do a good job with since Roy Williams retired. I'm just really I see that breaking news. I said, so we're doing it. But salute to you, LB. Salute to you, James, and everybody on the panel, man. Salute to y'all.
Salute, big brother.
Yeah, salute to you too, man. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate it. I appreciate the love and support from all of y'all, man. Really do, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know how much this means to me, you know what I'm saying?
I like what that nigga James said yesterday though about LB being all over the place, because that's a good point you brought up, James. I like how LB does that. He's like on every fucking different topic. That's not taken away from anybody else, but that's kind of how I am. Sometimes that nigga LB got to get on me about, man, hey, you switching the subjects, because that's how I'm random than a motherfucker. I just am.
And so why we
No, I really get it from him because, you know,
Talk about
before it was
everything.
just, before, like when I used to tune into LB page, he'll be talking about baseball, he'll be talking about this, he'll be talking about that. I'm
Right.
like, man, this like the real news channel, fuck. But then when it come down to certain shit to talk about, I respect his vibe. Like, like you say, no disrespect to nobody else. I like to talk about everything, me, dog, because it's more to the world to just sports. There's more to the world than niggas just raping us out of our position when some of these black coaches and players deserve opportunities as well. So what makes us different? So I'm glad he's bringing that to the light, and I salute that, man. Because guess what? We way overdue. I think a lot of these players that want to be coaches don't want to go fuck with them because they really know the story. They know how them niggas rocking. They know it's a cutthroat situation. You feel what I'm saying? But they just found another way to feed their family and just be grateful for the position they had the chance to play in the league. I know some of them dudes be want to retire from being players and go straight into coaching. But the league fucked up, dog.
Hey, speaking of which, let's talk about that. Let's talk about that, because this is something I really wanted to get you guys' opinion on, and this is something I wanted to cook on. I'm talking about the NCAA and how the NCAA can continue to make money off these players and coaches and stuff, but yet as soon as the individual want to go make money for themselves, then all of a sudden now they want to wag their finger, talk about you can't do that, and I think that's disgusting, right? Here come my long-term project. Hey, what's up, my long-term project? Hey,
What up?
we talk about Hubert Davis, all right?
Who's that?
So
Are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me? You don't know who Hubert Davis is?
Nah, he
Man,
joking, man.
No, he ain't joking.
Not right now, Cedric Clark. We gonna I'll work on you later. All right, we're gonna work on you later.
He already ready to get his head off,
I'll
man.
visit you later. But he really don't know who he is though, because he's young.
Oh, you don't?
He's a young dude, you know what I'm saying? I can't blame him, you know what I'm saying? But
That's why I
this
say,
ain't
who
the
is
time
Hubert
or the
Davis?
place right now for me to
Hey,
do
he was
training,
honest, man.
right? Yeah, he don't know. That's all right though. We'll do training later, right? Now, I want to get back to the grown folks conversation, right? Now the NCAA has been making money off these athletes for years, right? And But as soon as the athlete want to go make money for themselves, the NCAA want to wag their finger and talk about, oh, you can't do that. That's a violation and all that. And I think that's bullshit, right? I think that's bullshit to where they can make money off you, but as soon as you try to make money off you, then all of a sudden that's a problem. James, I'll start with you. So, what's your take on the NCAA being flat out hypocrites?
Yeah, there is hypocrites because NCAA was one of my favorite games, brother. College, basketball, and at football. In 2014, when they started making it, they know because them dudes was trying to sue them for that shit. So when they try to fight fire with fire and found loopholes, or to start getting paid for it, now all of a sudden y'all want to stop the games from coming out. Y'all want to cancel it out. Because y'all done made all this money already from since the time y'all started making them. I think that's wrong. I think them kids should have never got stripped of their privileges and these titles in college. Because like I say, it was y'all boosters that bribed them to come there, who put their parents in houses. So y'all was more at fault than they was. And you knowing them kids is gonna jump at that shit anyway because they ain't never had nothing. But like you say, but when it come to us to go get it on our own and use our own name, y'all want suspenders, strippers of the Heisman and all these championship. Man, that's wrong, man. The colleges, that's why another reason, bro, I never went to school, bro, because much as I wanted to go to school and play football in a band and play baseball, bruh, I already knew how they was fucking over us students, not just blacks, all students. You dig? But it is what it is, man. I'm with you on that. I don't appreciate it. And we just gotta start waking up, man. Like once we start doing shit on our own, bro, we'll be in a better place. And we act like we need niggas to do stuff. It's cool to sponsor us, but long as we still have control of what we got going on, your sponsor don't really mean nothing to us because we could get the star power, we could get the people to come out and see us, and the way we'll set the tempo because it's something new. And you know, black always bring the life for the party. Man, everybody gonna want to be a part of that trend. We just gotta break them handcuffs, bro. We still in handcuffs and don't even fucking know it. But I'm with
What's
you
the
on that. I appreciate that, bro. I
yeah,
fuck with the college level, bro. Cause college, to me, these dudes play hard because they don't get paid, so they're trying to make it. So they gonna give you their best. In the college, and then I mean in the pros, once you making to get that first contract, you ain't playing no more, man. The rest you just on cruise control from now on out. And that's all I gotta say, LB.
hey, I'm right, absolutely. Sterling Young, what you got on this on the NCAA being hypocrites? Oh, Sterling, Sterling.
I know you ain't over there playing 2K or something.
Well, come back when you're ready to talk.
No, that's
Polo,
me,
what you
Lou.
got
I'm
on
just
this?
getting me a game, man, because I ain't played a game about 2 months, boy. I just was sitting here, LB was on.
I about to say that sound like James on that shit.
Yeah, because LB was on. I was in this bitch bored to death. I was waiting for him, my ticket to come on. Because my kids be on the internet, you feel me? Doing their homework in their
Right.
school.
Hey
So
James,
I
if you
told you
got
that if
that
I
day
put it on
off,
my
you want to
laptop,
do
they be
any and
knocking
everything.
people out and shit. And that bitch be lagging. So, you know, I just rather jump on with my brothers and cook. That's how I learned how to do this shit anyway. We still talking.
Yeah, they, and you think, hey, shit, they ain't the day why it won't come on. Look, I gotta be real busy for me not to come online at least not one time out the day.
I was in this
And
bitch bored to death.
shout out to my homie CB Sports TV in the building. Hey, I appreciate you for being up in here, man. Straight up, man. That's the homie right there, CB Sports TV. He got a good channel too. Make it, y'all go subscribe to CB Sports TV.
That's how
Hey,
it go,
quick,
LB. When brothers doing positive stuff, don't mean to cut you off, and they supporting each other. Shout them dudes out. It ain't that hard. And I'm gonna subscribe to your channel too, dog. Anybody who out here spitting that real, this is a movement to me, man. We just gotta keep that
Right,
shit going and growing.
right.
Um, I
hey
guess I go
CB,
next.
I'm gonna rent you up when I get home. I'm mobile right now. But I'm
I
gonna
guess
rent you up
I
when I get home. CB Sports TV. Go ahead, Polo. What you got on this NCAA being hypocrites?
Nah, go ahead, Lou. Go ahead, Lou. You wanted to speak on it. I'll speak on it after you. Go ahead, Lou.
All right, go ahead.
I did a live a couple of days ago with Polo T Price and them talking about this. I'm talking about
Yep.
how they using these athletes as dogs, as pets, as they money makers, and I was like, man, they need to pay. Like you got these like they don't represent these athletes the best way they can. They don't yeah they put them on TV stuff like that and have them work their ass off, but they don't get to reap the benefits of getting the money. They talking about, oh, if we give money to this special sports outlet, everybody else want to get paid too. You tell you telling me the NCAA is $1 billion industry right now, and you can't give no every sport some type of money, give these athletes some type of stipend every month, stuff like that, and you get mad at them because they want to go out and make money themselves. And it seems like, if I remember right, in California, the governor there signed some type of paper where athletes can't actually make money. The NCAA is against that. They've been trying to fight that in court for the last couple years. And plus, the guy who's running the NCAA, he's on trial right now in court with the government. That everybody thinking about, they need to fire him and hire somebody else who's going to treat these athletes and these sports better than he's doing right now. Because every time somebody get in trouble, they make up their own rules, even if the school does the right thing on trying to take care of the trouble.
Right.
So it's a damn shame that these athletes are getting treated like that, because they are one injury away for their careers being over. Meaning they get no money, no Dorking deals if they don't go pro, or they have to pay back these student loans to take away their scholarship, stuff like that. Like,
Facts.
and it's a damn shame that they have to go through that. Like I play sports too, but I'm happy that I did not play on a Division I team, because how you know? Because I play football, and I used to get knee injuries all the time. What if I would have got a knee injury so bad that they may have take a piece of my leg off, or I wouldn't be able to walk the right way. So that's all I got to say on that.
Yeah. Polo, anything you want to add to that?
Yeah. I got a couple things I want to add to that. Look. The best documentary, and also the worst thing for the NCAA that they could have made, was the Fab Five documentary, because y'all all saw it. That shedded light on everything right there about how they were marketing off of the Fab Five, everything that these guys were doing, all the sacrifices that these guys were making, and they were making more money. They were making more money off of them than they were making for themselves. Y'all saw it, and they still were struggling because they came from messed up environments and everything, right? So now check this out. I learned about this early, LB, James, and Lou. Y'all remember that movie Blue Chips?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I
listen. Go ahead. Go
No,
ahead.
no. Well, you already know, James. That because okay, the guy that played in there, he played on White Men Can't Jump a while back. His name's Silk Kozart. The guy that said 1700. Well, he was the guy that met Nick Nolte to go discover Shaquille O'Neal and shit, and blah blah blah, all that other stuff. Y'all know what went on. Shaquille couldn't pass the SAT, all that other stuff. But I had knew about all this shit early on, about the under the table shit, all that stuff that was going on way back when. Now, fast forward to today, right when we was on Lou's channel, okay, and I had talked about this. You got guys out here, okay, they going to class, they trying to study, they still got to go to practice. Sometimes 2 a day, and if sometimes 3 a days if you count like weight training and conditioning and stuff like that. And then they still got to go out there and perform to the level of expectations of scouts, NBA scout, overseas, whatever, just so that they can keep their brand up. And like Lewis just said, he said these guys could sprain the ankle, tear ACL, do something else, and they're under pressure to come back the league and go to the NBA or NFL or something. and they're like, okay, they filed them with the idea, okay, maybe I should come back. Then they come back, guess what? They blow out that knee, they mess up that ankle, or they stop, go down, and guess what? They can't get that bag anymore. You know what I'm saying? So I think that, the NCAA has been wrong for years about what they've been doing and stuff, and people are starting to catch on to it. It's just like when what's his name, LeVar Ball. Yeah, you say what you want about LeVar Ball, but he got smart and tried to create the JBA, for players because he saw all the stuff that was going on. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, the NCAA, man, I think they need to stop with all the BS, man, and quit trying to front because they know that they need to pay these athletes. They deserve to get paid.
I agree.
Hey, can I say something real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Imagine if these players tonight sit out for the national championship game. They don't play at all. So the NCAA makes some changes. How you think that's gonna blow up in the NCAA face?
Lou, you ain't lying, dog. I'd have
That'll
did
be a
it.
that'll be message sent.
You know how much money
It's
they'll
like
lose?
the money is the boosters. Somebody just said that. Did you
Yeah,
say that, James? The money, that's the middleman.
yeah.
The
That's
boosters.
what I
If it wasn't
said.
for the
Listen,
boosters, that they wouldn't exist.
that's who getting them to go to those colleges. But at the end of the day,
Exactly.
universities, the universities know everything that's going on. Point blank. Period. Don't think they ain't sending them boosters over there, man. You come to this university, woody woo, woody woo, woody woo. We can get your mama house. We can get you close to the campus. You can live on the campus. Woody woo, woody woo, woody woo. Bam. Now you got it. It's up to you, dog. Chris Webber said he was going to Michigan State. That came out his mouth, and how he got to Michigan was fucked up, dog. But they're trying to throw that man under the bus like it was all on him. But it's all cool, man. It is what it is.
I want to tell y'all something.
On
Y'all
it. It
probably
is.
know this, but back in 1993, Michigan they talking about the final four teams sitting out not playing the game. They had to promise them something just to play those final four games.
Okay, bro, like what you call them just brought up blue chip. I told y'all a long time ago. And man, let me tell you when I learned this shit, bro. I learned this shit in '85, nigga. I
Mm-hmm.
was 8 years old. Cause one day
Mm-hmm.
I forgot what movie it was. Something had happened. And it was like I seen deja vu, nigga. So I went and asked my grandpa. I'm like, Grandpa. He was like, yeah. He was like, man, listen, that's what they do. He was like, you'll never know it unless you want to know this type stuff. But certain stuff you're not really allowed to know. That's why Dr. King not here. Malcolm X, all these people get assassinated for knowing too much stuff and trying to expose too much. And I'm like, man, fuck all that, man. The truth hurt, huh? He said, that's why people lie, because people scared to tell the truth gonna get them killed. I'm like, man, fuck all that, man. I'm telling the truth. And I started out lying. But listen, at the end of the day, man, that shit ain't cool, man. I ain't gonna lie to my people no more, dog. I'm gonna keep it straight up buck. They've been dragging us through the mud. The Reggie Bush, USC, the Michigan. Like I say, dog, them boosters, dog. They're a part of the organization. They're the ones sending them to them young guys. That's why they signing. How you think Reggie Bush mama get the house?
Hey, James, you ever see a documentary about the UNLV running the Rebels with Larry Johnson, Greg Anthony, and Stacey Altman was there?
Yeah. I ain't see the documentary. I saw a story about it, though. I don't know if that's the same one you talking
Those
about.
same those same boosters who was and the NCAA was they had the same where the boosters were sitting in the conclusion with the players and
Yeah,
the NCAA.
that's the one I seen. But listen, that shit been going on though, Lou. When they seen them dudes, look, these dudes too athletic. They was pushing Duke at the time. But when UNLV ran them bitches and Hawk and beat them, cause them dudes are way more athletic than Duke, and they had game. Think who was on that team, dog? They
And
used that team.
plus I
So you know
plus
how
I
many jerseys and starter jackets that nigga was getting killed and robbed over, dog? That was the white people playing the whole time. Push us, Put it in our own neighborhood and watch us take each other out behind. Same thing they did with the Jordan. Anything, dog. Anybody that was great, that was a champion, they pushed them in our own neighborhood and they watched us kill each other over it, dog. They know what the fuck they was doing.
And plus, James, did you watch that 1991 game between UNLV and Duke? You can tell something wasn't right about that game. Everything was kind of funny because
Man, they
UNLV been
wanted Duke to win. They ain't want black dudes to beat that because Duke was a sounded program. That's the way they wanted colleges to be. But at the end of the day, they had a nice squad. You know what I mean? A luck of the Irish with the Christian Laettner, because I think Kentucky was better than them. Michigan was better than them. But certain things were prevailing them to keep getting over the hump. Because I can't take nothing from a great coach, dog. That's why I tell y'all, bro, coaching matters. You know what I mean? But we talking about something totally different. The universities send those boosters out there because they once went to that school. They once was a big dog themselves. So they sending them out there to recruit these players too. And if the player tell them no, the booster's gonna throw that money in their face. You're not about to turn that down, man. You a fuck who you with, especially if you coming from the projects or the real part of the hoods. You know you just ain't never had nothing.
to me, I think
Well,
they say mad because they're not getting some of that boost of money. When they ain't getting the boost of money, that's when the NCAA try to turn on the university, try to put restrictions and all that other crap on the university because the boosters want to send us that money. Like if you're gonna give this university that money and you're gonna give these players some money, we want our half too.
Hey,
So
let me tell you something.
the,
You know how smart them bitches was, though, dog? This the only thing I could get at NCAA. Dog, every jersey that they ever made for the college, Kentucky's or the whatever, they never put their name on the back of it. It just was the jersey with the number on it. You notice that?
yeah, I noticed that.
Every jersey that you went bought that was a college jersey, you never bought it with a name on that bitch. Cause now I can really sue you. I could get me a real lawyer and hit you for the profit that you
eh,
made off these
that's
jersey
facts right
sales.
there. That's facts. That's
Man, them
facts.
bitches been playing on us, dog. Listen, man, fuck the world, dog. That's how I feel, because them niggas ain't for everybody. We got good people out here, dog. We
Right.
don't need them bitches, man. Y'all niggas piss me off, man, when y'all do shit like that, though. Because that make it hard for a real nigga to push it. A real nigga trying to get people to stand behind it, but y'all keep going against the brain, coon and bug dancing for that little money. Just think about you being the own boss. This is how I'm looking at growing my fucking tribe. Everybody a leader. Ain't no kings, ain't no masters. You a king of your own shit. But when we come together, everybody have a motherfucking voice. Therefore, nobody don't feel played when we just vote on it. Nobody ain't gonna feel played when we vote on it. You gotta be a king of your own
That's
way, and
why,
the
like,
leader
I was
ain't
telling,
always be around you. You gotta be able to lead this bitch when I'm not around you. So everybody's supposed to be a leader anyway.
Go ahead, Paulo. You was about to say something?
that's, yeah, yeah. That's why I was just saying, like, we had this conversation, Lou, a while back. Earl B had did a stream maybe about I think like last week sometime, but it was about the situation, James, about the WNBA, how it's not being
You breaking
Well,
up, Polo.
Polo, I think, hey James, I think you're talking about how the NBA not advertising these players in the WNBA and how they not trying to sponsor them the best way they can. I think what
Yeah, but
Polo
that's
sitting
why
on.
Kyrie had the up money, and that's wrong for that dude there to come out his own pocket. What y'all doing with the money off the TV sales and the jersey sales? Because they got people supporting them and buying that apparel, dog. But at the end of the day, where's the money? What y'all doing with it? Stop
Cause I
stealing.
remember, cause James, I remember when the WNBA first came out, they used to advertise the hell out of the WNBA. They used to like give them, put them on Lifetime, TV One, all type of different stuff. But they don't like, almost like the NBA don't give a damn about WNBA. I can understand why these ladies are upset about not getting the same pay as men's right now because the NBA don't sponsor the NBA don't even try to uplift they the WNBA. Like
That's
and
not
they
maybe
and they
true.
maybe if
liking
you
it.
That's not true. That's not true. That's not true. The only reason WNBA even exists is because the NBA has pumped money into the WNBA. If you also notice, during NBA programming, they got Candace Parker on NBA TV. During ESPN segments, they got the one girl that used to play for the Lakers on there, Shanika Wumake. She's on there. So that's not true. The truth of the matter is, people are just not going to the games.
Well, I don't think
The
nobody be
NBA,
able to go to the
the,
games right now, though, right?
the
But you talking
NBA,
about before all this happened,
yeah,
though,
the
right?
NBA is pumping all kinds of money into the WNBA, and that's the reason why the WNBA is in existence right now. They're pumping tons of money in there, right?
Well, I don't know
So
about
if they
that. Go
want
ahead,
their
preach
pay to
on
go,
it,
if
Al.
they want equal pay, then they need to produce equal product. If you don't produce equal product, then you should cry about equal pay. Period.
Now that's
I mean, I'm
facts.
sorry I gotta be
If
I'm
you're
sorry I
not
gotta be
producing,
that harsh about it, but it's the truth of the matter. You can't lose money hand over fist every year and then complain about not getting the same kind of pay when you don't produce the same product.
that's facts, though. I think the NBA could be nicer though,
You
because I
know,
watched some of
you
those
know,
games. They got great players over there. I don't know what's wrong. Why they not producing the rates that they should? I don't know.
but see that's the thing. You
Like
know the
last I
WNBA
remember,
makes
like
only 60 the WNBA only makes $60 million. They only pulled in $60 million last year. You know how much the NBA pulled in? 1.6 billion.
So
So
that's for
no, they don't.
everything.
Yeah, they don't. So the WNBA
yeah,
don't
like
get to
the NBA is
complain
losing
about.
actually losing money from the WNBA right now.
So the NBA is literally pumping money into the WNBA. So they can't complain about not. And this is the thing, y'all. They put tons of money in the marketing. They've have, you know, these the players on the panel for it come to NBA contact. They try to feature them on like different TV shows. They try to do all that, right? They try to do like the 4-in-1 family deal at Kroger and all at the different supermarkets. The truth of the matter is, people are not going to the game. And at the end of the day, if you want revenue, right? Because it's a domino effect. If people not buying tickets, they're not going to the game, which means they're not buying merch, which means they're not buying concessions. All that goes into the player's salary. And if people not going to the game, despite what, because ESPN, they showed on ESPN, they showed on CBS Sports, they showed on NBA TV, right? But at the end of the day, it comes down to people actually coming out and going to the game. If people not going to the game, there's a domino effect. Well, like I say, they're not buying the merch, they're not buying the food, they're not buying none of that, and they're not gonna make no money.
Damn, bro. I feel bad for the ladies, bro. I ain't gonna lie. So females can't do everything that men can do.
No, that's
But
why.
that listen, when you talk about spending $60 million in revenue and you ain't getting nothing back out the deal, you can't even get that back, bro. We got a problem.
That's what I'm saying.
What the fuck I'm investing all these years for? Like when it first started, it seemed like it was popping harder with the Houston Comets, and you know when they only had like 8 or 9 teams, look like a 10 teams. Now you trying to expand it and you water whipping the talent down, and you losing money.
Yeah.
Damn, I
The
feel
only way to
bad for
get
the
that money,
Queens,
the
bro.
only way to get that
And I
money
like
back, you gotta
Skylar
get.
Diggins, bro. They got females with games down in Taurasi, but it ain't enough to hold it down though.
Yeah, they got really good players like there's Glory Johnson. Obviously there's uh the the girl that played for the Phoenix Mercury, Brittany Griner, right? I mean,
Yeah,
obviously there's her. But there's a woman by Liz Cambage. She's another one that's a beast. You know what I'm saying? Skylar Diggins, I like her. Um, Elena Della Dawn for the Mystics. She's
Yeah, I
another
like
beast.
her. She nice. They got some top notch names though, LB. Why they can't? Man, what's wrong? Who's stealing the money, dog? Somebody's stealing the money. So what's up with
Uh,
Maya Moore? That's my girl right there.
well, Maya Moore's not playing right now.
She's married. She got married, and I think she's trying to start a family.
Yeah, she started helping the con because she know what's happening. That's a small young lady. She played with, she got the game, she got jewelry, she played the game she loved. Now she's just trying to start a life. Sometimes people just overdo it. They overjoy their wealth because then they go to saying that money because they don't know how to manage money. So that got them playing down to 18, 20 years because they don't know how to manage their money. Man, a good 10-year career, go enjoy your life, man. I ain't trying to be out there 45 chasing no dreams and all that. I want to enjoy some of this money too, and I want to help people. I can't help people if I'm always out here running up and down this court. You see what I'm
About
saying?
memory
On the
games,
field.
about memory games, I think Maya Moore was like the Michael Jordan of that league, though.
Man, listen, that was my girl. At UConn, I think they robbed them of doing that for the first
Hey,
time.
hey, y'all can hear
Hey,
me?
to be
Yeah,
honest
Yeah.
with
you
you
good.
though, to be honest with you
Okay,
though,
my bad.
I think the person that would have really taken that league to new heights had she still been alive in a couple of years, you know what I'm saying? Had that tragedy not happened, I figure Kobe Bryant's daughter would have gone to the WNBA
You
and
right
would
on
have
that,
taken that
LB.
league up
You
to
right.
new heights and shit. And rest in peace to the Black Mamba, the iconic Black Mamba and his precious daughter. Man,
I,
Yeah.
R.I.P.
LB,
man.
about memory, I think they want Kobe Bryant take over the WNBA as the president.
But
Damn,
what?
bro, that's hard,
but
bro.
this is but
I,
That
yeah.
shit, I
RIP
still
to the
can't
Mamba.
believe that shit,
Hey,
dog. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Sometimes I be wanting to think that shit fake, dog, but I know it's not, bro. That's fucked up, man. Damn.
this is this is what I was gonna say though. Like I think I told LB this because he raised a question about the WNBA. I said, why not get somebody of a high stature to go ahead and invest in this? Even some of them boosters that's invested into the college basketball at the college ranks to go ahead and invest, I name one person like Ice Cube, right? It's no secret that the league stole some of his concepts. You know what I'm saying? We don't have 100% proof of that, but you could kind of see it that some of the ideas they kind of took from him. Like why not get a guy like Ice Cube or what I'm saying, somebody like Snoop or somebody to invest into the WNBA and make it a marketing ship to where okay, they ain't got no other choice but to bring it back to like it was back in the day. Because right now, let's just face it, nobody's watching the WNBA like that. Now, I watch college basketball with the women, and I thought it was damn good because there's a lot of parity in college basketball. Like, who would have thought UConn was gonna go down to Arizona?
I didn't.
You know,
I ain't gonna lie, dog. When I seen that score,
that
I
was a
was
good
like,
ass
God
game.
damn. When I seen UCLA hold Michigan to like 56 points, 58 points, I'm like, no fucking way. What the fuck is the offense at? They got way
Right.
more. I'm like, man, something ain't right with these fucking
Hey,
playoffs,
hey,
man.
James, I watched that whole UConn and Arizona game, and that was a great game to watch. And plus, they people are getting mad at the referees in these tournaments because they're not calling like they supposed to in the regular season. But that,
Shit, they
hey,
didn't call that last call on that Baylor game.
Man,
yeah,
listen, I
yeah,
ain't even trying to
I
blame it
know,
on the
Polo man.
referees. I'm just
I
looking
think
at,
Baylor deserved to be win the national championship this year on
Right.
Stanford.
man, somebody got paid, man, because that wasn't the same UConn team that I
Exactly.
seen that whole year.
Oh yeah.
Them niggas
But
wasn't even trying, dog. Them hoes was
but
just
people
throwing that shit
but
up.
James, you
I'm
James, you
like,
got to be
hold
honest.
up. Then when you see them turn it on and they make their little run like they about to come back, I'm like, man, if they play like this the rest of the game,
People
excuse
tired
me,
of people tired
they
of
gonna
seeing
lock his
UConn
ass
win
up.
though.
But UConn was playing that whole game. I'm like, man, the bitches ain't even trying to win. But I'm at work watching that shit, boy. I ain't gonna lie. I felt like I was at that game. I'm like, I ain't never seen UConn just fold like this.
And
But
plus, James, you
them
got
females are so explosive on offense and defense. I know somebody, man. Look, I give you this, bro. Let them get this shine on, bro. You got 10 of them things. Fuck, how many you want? All right, man. Give me that there.
And plus, James,
Y'all gonna be
you
out there.
know,
Y'all gonna be trying hard, man. Just shoot that shit. We will go and go in. You hear me? Get it how we live. We'll be back next year. We got top recruiting class coming in next year again. They can't fuck with us. We could give up one here and there, but we gonna go on another 4-year run. Watch, they gonna be tearing their ass up. You kind of about to rip off the next 4 in a row with this class they got coming in.
hey, you right. Hey, I follow recruiting, James. You right on that. UConn got the best class coming in.
Nah,
I'm
nah, nah,
telling you,
nah,
man.
nah,
I
nah,
don't know
nah, nah.
where
It's
these
gonna be
no,
Baylor, man.
I
Y'all
don't know
better
where
watch
you
out for
finding these
Baylor, bro.
fucking females at, bro. You'll be on the East Coast and be getting niggas from the South. How you come way down here? Who gave you the? Who told you where they was? First of all, like how you even
Tennessee,
found out where this
Tennessee
fucking
told them where they
neighborhood was
was.
for you to go get this young lady?
James, Tennessee told them where all the players were because Gino Emma used to try to recruit Pat Simmons recruiting base. That's where you used to
Yeah,
get all
I
the
remember
players at.
that. Cause you know why? Tennessee was the big dog for the longest. Pat Summer had what 8 of them things. They couldn't fuck with the lady till he came along. He broke the Da Vinci Code. That's when his career took off. When he finally got past Pat Summers, that's when his shit took off. Man, I know about that college, bro. We just don't talk about it. Like I said, I be liking to be all over. I love baseball. That was my number one sport. I ain't watched it in a minute because you know they done watered this shit down. But I'm a White Sox man. New Orleans ain't had no baseball team. I'm just a fan of the game, and I give props where it's due. I done watched all the great niggas hit the home runs and do their thing. All the Golden Glovers, they do their thing. But these, it's just something about this new age game, bro. That money done went to these niggas' head, bro. When them niggas wasn't getting paid no money, niggas was sacrificing. Isaac Smith had the most dive plays, catching double plays. Like, niggas not diving on the ground sacrificing no more. Niggas just love the game. Nigga, you ain't getting this shit. Niggas just letting that shit walk right through the hole. Boop, boop. I played first, second, third, shortstop, and second base. I hate to play catcher because he been down too much. That's the only position I ain't played on a baseball field. I played everything, man. When you
But you
learn to
see,
love the game at college, dog, LSU, look up their resume, nigga. We ran that shit for the longest. I was gonna go there. You did, but at the end of the day, once again, when I went to the campus and we toured them on a baseball camp, the bitch was live.
Hey,
You heard me?
James.
But I
James,
just
while I
made
was
the right
growing up as a
decision.
kid playing baseball, I wanted to go to LSU to play college baseball because that was
Yeah,
the
that's where the shit was, nigga. I'm in Louisiana. Don't tell me about this shit. Luke, listen, everybody got their own opinion how they feel, but I ain't never wanted to leave my hometown. Fuck experience. I want to keep that shit right
yeah.
here and let a nigga know I'm homegrown. I'm gonna bring the championship home. And if the Saints would have drafted me, we ain't had no basketball team, we ain't had no baseball team. I would have loved that. I'd have put my own city on my back, and ain't no running me, partner.
But the name of the game right now, fellas, is adapt or die. And it's like you either got to adapt to this fucking situation, or they're just gonna try any way to muscle you out. Like you talk
That's
about diving
cool.
on the ground, James. You talk
Yeah.
about diving on the ground. I seen one guy doing that. Well, a couple guys doing that on the UCLA squad. What's that number 4 guy? You see how he was diving on the ground, diving on the floor. I'm like, that's what the hell. That's why I watched college, because of the effort that they put in and stuff like that. In the NBA, you don't find that no more. And it's an adapt or die situation right now, especially with
See,
our
but
sports, just like
how
baseball.
we could take that though, Polo? We could
What's
take
that?
that as a business deal, or we could
Hmm.
take that as nigga, you ain't got no hustle. So how our coaches will look at that? Nigga, my coach set me down because the quarterback under pressure, and I ran to the flat, right? And I
Hmm.
ran that bitch shallow because I see the nigga blitzing. But the fullback chipped him, so I'm the running back coming out the backfield. When I come off the fullback ass to go to the flat, I turn instantly around, the ball already coming, but the ball in the dirt. Man, the coach gonna tell me, man, you gotta go get that. So when I
Right.
looked at him, I'm like, hold up. He said, man, if you want to be great, you gotta go get that. And from that
Right.
day on, dog, I
my
swear to
coach did the
God,
same thing,
anything
Joe.
came my way, anything came in my in
You
my
gotta
area,
reach for
my
that shit.
fucking
You gotta
zone,
reach for it.
man, nigga ain't getting, man. I don't give a fuck who you is, nigga. Nigga, you ain't getting that. That's
Hey, with
so
that
take that
drug, with
type of
that
thing.
drug.
I'm saying it came with trials and tribulations. It came with a little sprained ankle, a little jam finger. Take that shit
Mhm.
up, man. Like, as long as you can still play. Remember the movie, the program. You heard that you get injured.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah.
You heard that you get injured. You can still play. Get your ass up out there. We can still
On
use
my
you.
apps, man.
See, that's why I use that example about play against injury. You remember what happened to Alvin in that movie, right? One hit,
Oh
his
yeah,
career was over like that.
it was over.
That's why I brought that up too, because I really want somebody to bring that point up. Because even though his career was over, we couldn't even see the sequel to that. But let me tell you, I seen the sequel to that in real life. It fucked up a dude's career, but only thing he was able to get out of it was an education. It wasn't what he wanted.
Right,
He's still making money. You
but it
know what
was
I
what he
mean?
needed.
They gave him a free ride. So either way it go, you could take the good with the bad. Somebody said something yesterday, bro, and I swear to God, I never looked at it like that. You got all these different platforms. Why we don't use it for the good reasons and the good cause? Instead of talking about drop your location, nigga book you and woo woo woo. But you'll find all the wrong
They
reasons to
stand
tune
that shit,
into the shit.
James.
You'll find all the wrong reasons to tune into the shit. But these motherfuckers that gave us the wrong key to the world, nigga, and we using this still for all the wrong reasons. Niggas is dumb, dog. And that's
Like we were trying to talk some basketball, man, and they want to drop your location because they don't agree on certain things, man. They need to stop that.
Man, I love college, bro. College was my life at one time. At one time, I ain't give a fuck about pros because I already knew who's gonna win in basketball. I know football wasn't shit at the time because it was fixed. You seen the money in that motherfucker. And baseball, it was all right, but then when you looking at baseball, it's either like the Yankees, who else? You had a couple of good teams, but majority of the times it wasn't really nobody really making no noise. You know what I mean? Everybody was just boom,
Hey,
boom, boom. Then the
these last
Yankees would
couple
go on
years,
their way.
James, I kind of like how Major League Baseball doing things now. Because you don't know who's gonna win every year now.
That's how it's supposed to be. Back then, the Yankees signing everybody. Them niggas don't got
Yeah.
no salary cap, so I don't give a fuck who was on the market. That's why I stopped. I'm like, man, nigga, man, the Yankees, they just letting these niggas sign everybody. And you want to talk about super teams?
Hey, James, man, I'm a Yankee fan, man. I can't lie. I did enjoy watching no Yankee team back in the day and today.
To me, nigga, they was cheating, nigga. They were letting them dudes get up. What?
No,
Let somebody else get. How
Houston
y'all
Astros
cheat,
had the
right,
team
bro?
back
How
then.
y'all get? Hold up. First of all, how y'all get first jab at a nigga? The reason why y'all was getting first jab at a nigga because John Steinbrenner was damn near the richest nigga in the Major League Baseball. So he could have outbid
Yep.
anybody
We all
anyway.
know.
So you think them niggas ain't gonna go for the bread? Come on, man. Dog, y'all was down bad with the shit y'all was doing.
To
That's
me,
why I was
James,
happy when Boston was beating y'all
I
ass.
did not like
I
Sam
ain't no
Brenner
hater.
because I knew what kind of person he really was. So
Dog, when y'all lost that 3-1 lead to Boston, nigga, I ran outside and hollered to the skies. Nigga, I ain't gonna lie, nigga, and I ain't had no money betting on that shit.
that was the worst thing I've ever seen in baseball in my life, James, when that happened.
No, that wasn't. I seen some fucked up shit, and I ain't gonna lie.
Like we had the best closer in baseball. He actually gave up leads in the ninth, and I'm like, am I losing my mind? Something like, what's going on here?
No, because listen, Boston had a pitching staff to go after you bitches, and they had some fucking lumberjacks over there. Them boys wasn't no whole boy. Them boys was swinging that bitch, and if the way your closer was throwing it, he just had really a fastball, and he'll put a little sink on it, a little movement to it, but it wasn't enough to have a nigga froze. And the nigga still was jacking that shit. Bah! I was like, boy. Then another thing, one of them games y'all left him in just too long. It wasn't our fault. And I ain't no Boston fan. Like I say, I always root for the underdog. Because I saw what the Yankees was doing in the league, man. If they had the top 5 niggas name that was hot in the league for free agency, they was getting 3 of them off the bat. Nigga, that's fucked up.
Yeah, like I knew it was over that in Game 7 when Boston just killed them in the first inning. I was like, oh, the game's over. Like,
I'm mad. See, bro, Kyler should have been getting paid. Them dudes should have been getting what they deserve. Because when you stop 2000, just think about this. Whenever Kyler existed for his games, selling jerseys, that's how long them niggas been making money off these students, where these dudes ain't reaping no benefits from it. So how much money that you really think they really made until 2014, when they really stopped making those games?
being honest, James, college players are getting paid when the Fab Five started doing their thing back in the 90s.
No, but that shit started before the Fab Five, though, Lou. Listen, that shit started with, far as dealing with the blacks, that shit started with the Houston Rockets. It probably started before that. But I'm just talking about far as making names.
You talking about
Fly Slammer Jammer. To me, that's what they was making names off of that, dog. And listen, people was wearing Houston apparel all over the world. People was wearing them people jerseys all over the world. You see what I'm saying? So when you look at that, you making money off these kids, but what they benefiting off? What their parents benefiting off? And they still struggling paying bills. You could have went over there and paid them people rent for a whole year just off with the money you was making, and you still wouldn't have been hurting because you still would have made a profit. All those players I'm talking about, just the players off the team. All them people, if their parents was in situations, go to their house, look at their bill situation, and be, you know what? I'm going to lay up there, and I'm going to pay your rent for the whole year. How much your rent is? Around them times, we were paying like about $350, $500, $700. Look, 3 bedroom 700, 2 bedroom 500, 1 bedroom 250. You got 3 or more children, so that's 700 out the gate. Look, 7 times 12. Pay that where I can start saving something and get a little leeway in life till my son graduate. Long as you do that for me every year, that'll be my money to help my son in case he get injured. Y'all cover the doctor bills. He still could get a free education. If they don't take that away, it should be stimulations in this shit. You see what I'm saying? It shouldn't just be, I give you a scholarship, I'm a benefit, and that's it. Hopefully you make it. Everybody ain't gonna make it to the pros, dog. They know what the fuck they doing, them children, man. It's fucked up, man.
Now they're complaining about that the transfer rules now. Now since players from these small universities want to leave to go to the big university, they start complaining about that now, saying they're cheating the system. Like,
I used to think every team that had top recruited class, they number 1 every year. I used to always think it was tampering. You feel me? Somebody doing something for them to be number 1 every year, because ain't no fucking way a nigga just won't go to one school. Nigga, you be having 5-star recruiters on the bench. Nigga, you could be spraying that talent around. Everybody could be equal. It could be competitiveness. Y'all started that shit, letting this shit happen, and that shit just trickled on to the pros and all kind of shit. Dog, this shit's crazy, dog.
James, I want you to pay attention to something. If Baylor wins tonight in this national championship game, watch them accuse them of cheating the system and getting players getting benefits, because they don't like the fact that a blue blood not in a national championship game right now. They hate the fact
dog,
that
that look like an all-black team too. Ain't that an all-black team?
Yeah,
I'm talking as far as the starters, the 5 starters.
Yeah, they're all black team.
Well, that's crazy. I see the fix. I see it coming. Me. That's why. Listen, I'm gonna be at work at 5 o'clock. Me, dog. I hope they'll pull it off for the down south people, the Texas nigga, Waco, Houston, Dallas. Oh, y'all, man, pull it off for the state of Texas. Cause guess what? They breed champions out here. Ain't no bitch ass niggas out here neither. And I'm talking about as far as dealing with the sports world. I done played niggas out here. We had the Louisiana against the Texas battle. I'm telling you, we done did it all with this state right here, bro. They got top notch Katy. They got schools out here that can run with the best of them, man. They got talent out here. Chris Bosh from, I don't know, if I'm not mistaken, Chris Bosh from Texas. Drew Brees from Texas. Man, they got a lot of niggas who made it from Texas, man. They got big dogs out here who take this shit serious, bro. So that's all I'm
Yeah,
saying.
like
Don't
I know,
look
like
at Bell as no fucking.
what they don't know, James. Texas is about to dominate the land of college basketball because you got Chris Bird at Texas now. You got another assistant coach who comes from Milwaukee to be the head coach at Texas Tech. You still got Calvin Simpson in Houston, and you still got Drew at Baylor, who's gonna bring a top recruiting class. Texas about to dominate the next couple of years.
Yeah, bro. But I'm telling you, dog, the state of Texas, bro, they been jumping. Salute to H-Town in the state of Texas, bro. It's a money-making state out here. To me, they more independent than any state. I ain't gonna lie to you. Them bitches ain't gotta go outside this bitch to make no money. They can fuck with their own. This bitch so big, they can maneuver right here. They ain't gotta go to New York, Miami, but they chose to show love. They chose to spread the wealth. Cause them niggas ain't tight, dog. That's why I'm telling you, bro. Man, it's a blessing just to be on the second side of the journey, to see new people who really got it, who won't see you with it for a change.
Hey James, when this whole pandemic thing's over, man, I'm proud to bring you down here in Louisville, man, so you can come see these little partners play ball.
Man, I still fuck with that shit, me though, dog. I ain't gonna lie. I be on all that. I be wanting to do that shit, get some real niggas, start some shit, go to some of these games, try to meet some of these players, try to meet some of these students just to see where they fucking head at. You know what I mean? What they trying to do. Dog, it's a movement to me.
And plus,
Everybody could be their own leader though. I ain't here to rule you. I ain't here to tell you what to do because you gotta have your own mind. I ain't always been around you. As long as you can bring something to the table to help everybody advance as we go along and grow, shit, I'm with that. I ain't gotta
um,
even say nothing real. I'ma just, you know how I be, dog. I be on the show and I mute that bitch when I be at work after I see what I gotta see. And I just be listening to them niggas cook.
I don't know if LB gonna do a live show about this later. They, I heard what they doing in Georgia. They trying to do in Dallas now.
What that is, Lou?
That little voter thing.
He talking about voter suppression.
Yeah.
So what's up with that then?
All right, so basically what's going on is, right, in light of, and I'm matter of fact, I'm gonna end this stream, I'm gonna come back on and we're gonna talk about it.
All right.
Okay, LB.
All right,
I
so I'm
want
gonna
to
end
really
this
talk
one,
about that.
come back in about 2 minutes. I'm gonna end this
All
one,
right, yeah,
create
because I
another one,
want I
come
want to
back
hear
in 2
about this
minutes.
because I'm still learning, bro. So I'm willing to get on that shit.
Yeah, because, all right, you know what I'm saying?
All right.
Everybody come back in 2 minutes. This your boy. Scream at me.